Hello and welcome. In our previous lecture, we have created a new React application and we have modified that application a bit to show this is my first React application. In this video, we will understand the folder structure and we will create our own custom component. So in my app, we have few folders. So let's explore them one by one. So we have the node module folder. So this node module folder contains all the npm packages we have installed. Okay, and the second is the public folder. This public folder contains all the static files like favicon.io. So all the static files which we are using in this application are placed inside this public folder. Then we have src folder. So inside this src folder, we have all the source code of our application. So we will go one by one. We have this index.js file. So this index.js file is the entry point of our application. We can see we are creating a DOM element and we are calling this root. So this root comes from this index.html. So once application start, it go to index.html and it find this line. It is calling the root. Okay, so when it calls the root, it go to index.js and it create the DOM for that index, for that root. So once this root is like created, it render. Okay, it start the rendering, and inside this rendering we can see we are calling this app component. So we have app.js file. So this app.js file is called through this render thing. So let's go to this app.js file. We call this as the root component. Okay, so let's check what is the written inside this app.js, the root component. So we can see we have one function, JavaScript function simply, which return the HTML code. So if we check this is the app.js file and it has the JavaScript as well as the HTML code. So this is the beauty of React. We can write the HTML code inside the JavaScript function. Whenever we are writing the React function, the function name must start with the uppercase, and like in case of multi-word. So if this is my app, so we should write like this. Okay, the second rule is it should return a renderable content, means function must return a value that can be displayed on the UI. In most of the cases it can be boolean, array, number or string, that we will see in our upcoming videos. In our previous lecture we have seen like what this HTML code is doing. It has the header component. We are showing the logo through this image tag, and we have one h1 tag and one paragraph. Divide this function and let's create our own function. So let me cut this header part from the main function. Okay, and let me create one function and I will give a name as header. Okay, as I mentioned, the function name should be start with the uppercase. After this, the curly braces, and I will use return keyword to return. We need to give parenthesis, and inside this I will paste this HTML code. Okay, so now our custom component is created, but we are not using this. So to use any component or any function, we can simply use this tag. Okay, so here I have given the header tag. What it is doing, it directly using this function from here. So let's go and check the output. Yeah, let's modify this bit. Instead of returning this all the images and all, let me remove this and just hello react. Set this h1 tag. Okay, let me cut this. Let me, okay, let it be welcome to React. Let me go to UI again, refresh the application. Great, like the welcome to React is showing now, because like in the header function we have written this welcome to React, and this header function we are using in this app function. So like this we can create a custom component. So in our upcoming videos, like we will create a separate file for this custom function. Currently we have separated this function from the main function. So in our upcoming videos we will create a separate file and we will see how to use this. Thank you for watching this video.